Today, the FWSF forwards its mission of promoting the success and advancement of women in finance.
It is an honor to be a recipient of the Financial Women of San Francisco Scholarship for 2017.
In a room full of so many amazing, accomplished women is beyond my wildest dream.
I once read that people do not decide to be extraordinary. They decide to accomplish extraordinary things.
And while the financial support that you all are providing me today will make a huge difference in my life, it really will.
I could not hope for a more committed, sharp, and thoughtful group to turn to.
Thank you for giving me this honor. Thank you for changing my life.
Started many years ago on the island of Jamaica. I was about 9 when I left. Didn't know why I had to leave. About a year after leaving, my father disappeared. So my mother and I found ourselves in a new culture. She was now a single mother. The challenges ensued. About a year out of high school, I had to seek full-time employment myself because I was now also a single mother. I did not forget, getting a college degree or even a graduate degree. And it continued forward. It's a beacon, it's a light, and you follow. And this past May, I received my undergraduate degree, Business Economics, and in the fall I'll begin the MBA program.
I spent the last 5 years developing a nonprofit to shelter families up in Oregon. And after that process, I realized that I'm running a business and that I should get some formal business training. I grew up in a low-income family, and I knew what it was like to have assistance from local charities. My passion really is to help empower women and to bridge that gap between poverty and financial security. I have a goal of being a CEO of a nonprofit microfinance organization that can really do those microfinance loans and education for women that can help build up their businesses and help them to be able to thrive within their communities and their business give back to the community.
I was born in India. I came here when I was 3 years old. From a young age, I got involved in my parents' business. I was doing general bookkeeping, doing payroll here and there, and that led into my pathway into San Jose State's Lucas College of Business. And I really found my specific area of interest, which was in risk advisory services and fraud litigation. And then my long-term goal is to step that up a notch and take it into a legal career. And I'm really excited for what's to come after college. I just submitted my graduation application. I'm so excited.
I would say it started with a trip that I took in high school, and we traveled to Africa actually. So I spent most of my time in Ghana. That was my first exposure to really seeing what the education system was like outside of India, where my parents are from, in the US. In all honesty, it was very shocking. One part that I want to focus on is economic empowerment. I think the ability to teach people that, what you can provide actually brings more value to your life than you can imagine. There is an ability to solve almost every single problem out there, and here are people that are working tirelessly to do that, right? And I want to be able to break these norms and be able to provide some kind of path which someone may have thought was impossible at some point in time.
I have done my undergraduation in finance and law from Mumbai University, plus I've done my master's in finance. I had a startup in India where I was doing financial and legal advisory for small and medium enterprise. I got married in about 2013, and I lost my husband in 2014. So that was a very tough time for me. I came here about a year back, and it was a difficult decision. Sometimes you have to move away from your comfort zone for a broader horizon, for a better life. Financial Women of San Francisco has given me kind of a stepping stone. The confidence that you get when you get certain scholarship like this is unmatchable.
I was born and raised in Vietnam. I have such a willing to help my mother with her own business. Got my bachelor degree in finance and banking, and step by step I consult her with financial advisor. I have heard a lot of great stories about American women who they step up, take control of their lives. I decided to pursue my dream to study abroad in a new country. Winning this has confirmed my belief that if there was a will, there's a way. Besides the financial relief from the scholarship grants, I can also have more confidence for myself that I'm choosing the right path for my life.
I guess the short version of the long story is that I thought I wanted to do impact investing. So I went and worked at a social enterprise in Rwanda for 6 months as sort of like operational experience at the kind of company I wanted to invest in. That experience was super helpful, but I wound up questioning the social enterprise model as a way to make change. So I wound up pivoting a bit and turning to venture capital, thinking that profit-first companies that utilize technology to solve a hard problem that couldn't be solved before, scale it, and generate positive social externalities was like actually a pretty effective way to make change.
When I applied for this scholarship, I'm a 9 months pregnant mother, and I brought my lucky baby through the interviews, through a whole application progress.
And I delivered her 17 days ago. Thank you.
I was born and raised in China. I had a very hardworking engineer dad and a super supportive mom, and they encouraged me to pursue the life that I wanted. In 2015, my husband got a wonderful job opportunity in Palo Alto. I left a rewarding career in China and want to rebuild a new one in a new country. I faced the difficulties that every new immigrant faces. I quickly realized that I could not make any improvement if I'm too scared even to try.
Education has always been very important in my family. My parents are actually immigrants who came to America just with a mere grade school education. They've just had that entrepreneurial spirit and decided to start their own businesses, so that's kind of what I've known my entire life. Moving in from community college to Cal State East Bay, I took a finance course which was actually taught by a female professor who had 4 kids. She was actually a woman of color like myself, so that was really amazing to see, and I really looked up to her. And I was like, okay, if she can do it, I can do it too. Exactly what I hope to be, that inspiration to show people that really anything is possible.
It's been, you know, a problem-solving journey. Like I was raised in Marin County in a very affluent neighborhood, but my parents are very working class. My dad is an abusive addict. He was in and out of jail. My mom was either working or not home a lot. So much of the opportunity that I've had and everything that I've had access to is because I grew up in this community with really high expectations and all of the resources available. I want to be able to create that for other people. And that's why a scholarship like this is a big deal for me, that it's not just the money, but it's also that access to that network of an organization full of women. That's something that is so invaluable to me.
I'm originally from India. I moved here when I was 16 years old. My dad was paralyzed at the time, so he couldn't provide for us. So my sisters and I worked and didn't go to school. And we supported our family. We knew education was important, and that was the only way we could make something of ourselves, secure our futures. So we encouraged our younger sister to go to school. And when she graduated, she encouraged us and pushed us that just take a night class. Now here I am at USF going to school full-time. I'm still working full-time. The one plan that I am working toward is fulfilling my dad's dream. When we moved to US, he had a dream of opening up a restaurant here. I think having the financial knowledge will probably make me a little bit more successful and will give me a head start on that. There's this quote that I guess I read it every day. Life is like a camera. Focus on what's important, capture the good times, develop from the negatives, and if things don't work out, take another shot.